Welcome to Coming Home. I am your host, Dr. Onalee. I'm in the middle of making funfetti cupcakes here for Halloween for some of the kids in my neighborhood. And I just got the intuition just get on here and do a podcast episode I was thinking about. I have had 5 client calls today, which has been amazing. And I have one more left. So I am so grateful that I have the energy to be able to do this. What I want to talk to you about is how to know if it's from God or not. This is my experience. This is what I have come to realize. This is what I've also start to notice with sponsees, with clients, with friends, with family members, you name it. If it's not from God, I experience a lack of peace. A lot of times I'm asking, is this person right for me? Is this person right for me? Show me a sign, show me a sign, show me a sign. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I be with him? Should I not be with him? I also realized in my experience, they're not from God when I have to do a ton of healing around certain behaviors that they have done. For example, seeing them on the dating apps over and over again after they tell me they're not fully looking for a relationship or they're not ready to commit with me. But yet they're on the dating app and I see them and literally it sounds like they're describing me. So if I have to go do rapid resolution therapy on seeing that, probably not for me. I started to realize that God is joy and joy is God. I realized our feelings are the frequency and language that God speaks to us. So there's no exact trumpet in the sky of God telling me exactly what to do or not to do. And I've come to learn through a lot of trial and error that God communicates to me via my feelings. And I know a lot of people say, don't trust your feelings. But to be honest, as a very intuitive empath, trusting my feelings is very key. Trusting my feelings is very key. I'm very divinely tapped in, as I'm sure you are too. But maybe you haven't trusted your feelings because of sayings like that. What you're going to start to notice in my upcoming work is very disruptive of the way society works and a lot of sayings that society has told us that really, in my opinion, aren't getting us anywhere. You will start to hear that I say to be picky. A lot of people tell you when you're picking a partner that marriage is hard. They tell you no relationship is perfect. You need to compromise. Hearing all of these kind of things, I truly believe is why divorce rates are so high and why even if people aren't getting divorced, they're not happy in their marriages and relationships. I've coached hundreds, if not thousands of people at this point, and even the ones who haven't gotten divorced, when they come to me, they are miserable. So many people are so unhappy, and I really feel like so many people are being led and guided by other people who aren't even happy giving advice. So, in my opinion, you can form your own, but if you like it, you can try it on. I truly believe God is a God of joy. God is a God of peace, of love. I feel when I'm having anxiety around somebody or I'm in constant questioning or I'm doubting or I'm not sure what to do, to me, that isn't God. That's not God. To me, I truly believe if it's the person for you, just in my experience, everyone will have their own unique experiences. In mine, I don't have to be questioning or wondering, are they for me? Are they not for me? Are they for me? It's pretty clear. It's pretty known. There's a joy, there's a magnetism, there's an attraction, there's peace, there's respect. So a lot of times we're looking at very superficial things. How much money do they make? Well, they're consistent, they're reliable, but how do you feel with them? I think a lot of us overlook the actual feelings. We're very good at the logical, but we're not looking at the way we feel, or we're not realizing how much that is God communicating through to us. So I invite you, is there a situation, is there a relationship right now where you have no peace? Logically, maybe even this was part of my spiritual assignment. This was really hard for me. When I would be in a relationship or starting to date somebody and I felt I did not have a peace, I did not have clarity, I had more doubt, more confusion, but logically on paper, this person is great. They're handsome, they're successful, they're caring, dependable, reliable, they love me, loyal. They're all the things I would think that I would want, and there's nothing wrong with them. But at the end of the day, I don't feel this full pull or magnetism or attraction. And what I used to do was talk myself out of that. And I would listen to voices in my head from leaders or mentors from the past of, well, it's not all about looks. Don't just fall for the feelings. And so I would deny what my soul was communicating to me, that this isn't the right person for me. And not because they're not attractive, and not because they're bad or wrong, and not because they did anything, but simply because I don't have the kind of feel and attraction and magnetism that I need when it comes to my soulmate, my life partner. And that was not something I was willing to gamble with. And so I've had to hurt some feelings when there was nothing to blame. There was no reason to fully end the relationship other than I don't fully feel this. And I think some mentors or coaches would say that that's incorrect. But I also have seen mentors and coaches, even ones I've respected, who went through being cheated on or being divorced and left. And it's like, why am I always taking advice outside of myself from some kind of expert versus listening to what I feel is true? This is a podcast called Coming Home. I trust it's no coincidence that you have found your way here because you want to hear a different perspective. My perspective is to follow your guidance and start to create a relationship with your higher power of your understanding that no mentor, nobody outside of you will know how your higher power communicates with you. I was journaling today before I got on a client call, and I was thinking about how people coming into, especially my Woman in Power program, I've invited a few people in, and I was just thinking, I'm like, they have no idea fully how amazing my Woman in Power program is. Shameless plug right here, because I really think I should shout it from the rooftops because it doesn't exist. I don't see other coaches and mentors creating something exactly the way that I really am. It's a Facebook group to support you with myself and other empathetic women who want to be in their power, where you get to celebrate, you get to feel at home, you get to come if you're sad. You have unlimited access, plus all of my teachings on how to be in your power, how to heal. There's just so freaking much. And I feel like I really do give a lot in there. Like I could price it at $3,000, but it's $333 and it's 50% off. And I want to share this because it's not just about the shameless plug or selling you into this. I want you to really, really hear this right now. It's it's $160 with the 50% off coupon code right now until Monday, October 14th. And you might be listening to this recording when it is priced at $3,000. I don't know because I know the price will go up. But the reason I'm sharing this is that I have a huge vision for this. I know how valuable this is. I know how much of my time and my energy that I put into this. I know how I give my all. I know how I've recorded hundreds of hours worth of content and how I really show up to this Facebook group. And I reply to messages as much as I can. And I create posts to help people engage. I show up, I share. And so if I'm presenting it to somebody, they don't fully know this. So they might be saying no to a $166 offer to get in here, but later down the road, they're probably going to be like, I wish that I joined when it was this price point. I didn't realize. But the reason I was starting to have compassion, because I'm like, I'm the one with the vision, I'm the one with the creation. Nobody else knows and sees and feels it the way that I do. So it's not that they're wrong for not fully being able to see the value or to spend $166 on it right now. It's that they're not meant to. And usually what happens is a lot of people don't see your vision until the vision has really came into life and it has an undeniable life force to it. Just like my mentor, for example, when she had a Facebook group of 70 and her programs were probably barely any money. And there were people who said no, who would be dreaming to get one of those programs now. That's how it is when you have a vision or you have a desire in your heart. You are the owner of the vision and the desire. Your mother isn't, your father isn't, your girlfriend isn't, your aunt isn't. But so often we're listening to other people to give us guidance and direction on a vision that they don't even have within them. They don't see and feel and know your vision. To me, that is what we all have. I feel like that's what God gives us, a vision. And it's up to us. Are we going to have the courage to fulfill that vision or not? And I think everybody has a vision and a desire and a dream. But how many people leave this planet without fulfilling it? Because it's not guaranteed. That's the whole point of this journey. It's going to require unwavering faith and courage and bravery and trusting your heart, your soul, your guidance above all. The reason why we run in loops and we stay stuck in the same relationships and patterns and misery is because we're listening to other people, or we're fearing what they are going to say, their criticism, their judgment, their opinions, and we hold ourselves back in this cage. I'm here to wake us up from this conversation. You have God-given dreams and visions and desires. So the guidance that you need to follow is within you and what, in quotes, lights you up. Yes, I know there are certain things that not every workout is going to light you up. Not every meeting you go to is going to light you up, but it's a part of the process. Yes, but it's leading you to something that lights you up. Sobriety, six-pack abs, feeling better. But overall, I think our society, we don't follow our joy enough. And to me, joy is the language of our creator. Love, hope, faith. So why do we stay stuck in relationships and situations and jobs where we don't feel those feelings? What is that about? I'm not telling anyone to go quit their job and burn the boats, because trust me, I did a lot of that and I don't recommend. Because I blindly was following advice with people who didn't even fully know my context and situation. My point I want to bring to you is that you have something within you that's leading and guiding you. Your vision, your dreams could be so different. I thought everybody wanted to be a billionaire or run a multi-million-dollar company and be a public figure and all those stuff. I've come to find out not everybody does. I was shocked to hear that. I have some clients, I ask them what is their dream, and it's nothing even nearly close to that, but it's their dream. This is why we must follow our dream, follow our heart. Somebody might play the guitar to make them feel amazing. I don't have any talent with the guitar, and I also don't really have a desire for it. It would be cool if I knew how to play it, but I don't have a desire enough, at least at the time of this recording, to go take the guitar lessons and learn. But to somebody else, that could be the thing that brings them back home to themselves. For me, I love swimming. I love going to the beach. Some people don't like the sand. Some people don't like getting their hair wet. I live for that. I absolutely love it. I have some I have a client right now who's starting a cookie company. It's like I don't have talent with that other than I make amazing chocolate chip cookies, but I don't have the drive and the desire to make cookies for a living and sell them and decorate them beautifully, but she does. This is why I think 90% of my clients stay for a minimum of 3 years with me. Almost every client of mine re-signs with me. It's so rare if a client doesn't re-sign with me. And I think the reason really being is I am only holding space for their own dreams and their desires. I might point out some blind spots and I might give them questions to reflect on. But at the end of the day, I'm only leading and guiding you back home to yourself, to your own guidance. I'm not telling you do this. Here's your strategy. Here's your exact thing you need to do. I really get curious about your dream, your vision, your desire. What is it that you're calling in? And I also, what I love, I was helping a client today. I helped her with manifesting a certain object in her new apartment. And it happened a few weeks later. And so now we're working with a bigger manifestation, but we're going through the process that really worked for her to attract in that object. So what I think is cool about that is I can really get to know, how does my client manifest? How do they bring things from the unseen into the scene? So when I'm helping them with bigger things and their next dreams, their next visions, we're able to co-create this process together, and I can help lead and guide them. But every client is unique. You are unique. Your process is different. And so it's fun when we keep manifesting and creating and stepping into new dreams, new desires. We just keep going. But for whatever reason, I got the intuition right now to close with this. One of the things that's always really helped me with manifesting, if you will, or bringing in a desire, I really like to sit and visualize it, and I picture myself using it. So forever I was manifesting the Dyson, and now I have the Dyson. I would picture myself plugging it in. I would picture myself changing the different heads on it. I would picture myself putting it up to my hair, and I would picture how my hair would look, because that's the whole reason I want a Dyson, right? I want it to be quick. I want it to be easy. I want it to actually work, and I want my hair to look good. And here's what I'm going to tell you about this too. I barely use the Dyson. I use it sometimes to blow dry my hair and do my bangs, but I barely use the Dyson. Why? Because my hair is Indian and it's so thick, the Dyson barely holds my curl. And I was so frustrated because I saw people with thick hair using it, so I thought it would work for me. Not really. So you know what's funny about this? Is I went on eBay and I bought a $40 curling iron. It's a $200 one, but it's extinct. They don't make it anymore, so I found it on eBay. Maybe Poshmark. I've bought it a few times. $40. Maybe even I think I negotiated it on Poshmark to $20. Again, I'm Indian. I'm great at negotiating. So I got this curling iron for $20, and that's the curling iron I use. It's the one where you put it on your hair and it sucks the hair up, and it my curl lasts for like 3-4 days. What I thought the Dyson was going to do. So here's what's funny about this. I thought I wanted the Dyson so freaking bad. I would lose sleep over it. I wanted it so freaking bad. I wrote it down in my manifestation journal a million times. But it wasn't the Dyson I actually even freaking wanted. I thought I wanted it, but it wasn't. What I wanted was my hair to be easily curled in a short amount of time and that it actually lasts. I got that from a $20 curling iron. So sometimes we think we want this certain relationship. We think we want this car. We think we want this apartment. We think. And then we get so attached to it and we say, I'll be happy when I get that. Then I'll rest when I get that. Then I'll feel abundant. Then I'll feel rich. Then I'll take a deep breath. It's so the opposite. And the cupcakes are going off now. So that is my cue. I got to go pull those out. It's so the opposite. Feel good now. Why do you even want that thing or that relationship or whatever it is that you're desiring, anyways? I promise you, you can go feel and create those experiences right now. You can feel those feelings right now. And I know it's a hard thing to put into play, but the more I think that you keep attracting things that you've been desiring, especially for a long time, you start to realize it really wasn't about that thing. Like when I got my Chanel bag, my BMW, all these things I wanted a long time, I it wasn't about that thing. It's cool and it's great, grateful for it. And we're going to have to talk more about it so I don't burn these cupcakes. But what I will summarize is that God speaks through our feelings, God speaks through our patterns. God is not a God of chaos and confusion. God is a God of peace and joy and love. But it's going to require your courage to move towards that. So I'm sending you so much love. At the time of this recording, I am doing $44 30-minute one-on-one sessions only for a certain amount of people, and then the price is going to change. So if you want to book it, just click the link in the show notes. If you want to do some one-on-one together or take advantage of my 50% off sale, go ahead and just shoot me a message on Instagram and let's see what kind of offers I have. I'm sending you so much love, and I look so forward to the next one.